Good afternoon and welcome to the Cannon County Chamber Connection. This is our September edition of this, and I'm one of your hosts. My name is Carolyn Motley and I'm with the Chamber of Commerce. My partner in crime is Connie Rigsby, and tell them all you do.
We don't have time.
Oh,
we don't have time. There's a lot of things, but one of the things I do work on the chamber. I'm the treasurer for the chamber, and I also run the senior center here in town, and so lots of other little hats that I wear on different
Lions
boards.
Club board.
Like I said, we don't have time. It would be a long time.
Well, there's probably things she does that I know nothing about. That's
No.
probably true.
Work with the hospital and quite a bit.
We do have guests today. I have Mr. Neil Applebaum, and he also has a list of things that he's involved with right now.
I'd like to stay busy.
Well, he does.
He does stay very busy. He's also the current president of the Chamber of Commerce.
That's right. And he is also the executive director of the Art Center in Cannon County, as well as the IDB board. And I'm sure there's other things, Neil, that I don't even know about that you do.
Just the Stones River watershed's probably
Yes.
the only other regular thing.
Okay.
I say, what you don't have enough
Yes.
hours in the day.
No, there aren't. There's 7 days a week, so just
Spread it out.
Keep working on it.
Spread it
You
out.
know, these are all busy people because we have Mindy Gunner. She is with First Bank,
Yes.
and she is also on the IDB board. And I don't know of all the other things that you do.
The safe board, I know you're on the safe board, yes. So many hats. I think that's the theme today for most people.
Yeah, everybody does volunteer work because I'm sure most of these jobs that you do are volunteer, right?
They're mostly volunteer. Yeah.
Yes, you too. You get paid for being at the bank, though, don't you?
That's my day job. Yeah, that's my day job. So, well, now, Neil, I know that you've got some things going on. You've got a big event that's going on at the Art Center.
We have the 24th. It's amazing to think that it's 24 years already. The White Oak Craft Fair is the 14th and 15th. It's a Saturday and Sunday, next Saturday and Sunday. 9 to 5, full schedule both days. I think we probably have 80 craft artists and food vendors, so probably 75 crafters and 5 food vendors. And the Blue Porch will also be open serving food throughout the 2 days.
Oh, and this is a fun event. We have folks that travel from far and wide to come to this.
They do.
This is quality crafts. They're judged also.
It's a juried show, so yes, we sort people out that it's not quite the right work or they're not ready to show at that kind of a show. So we want people to see good quality, experienced people's work
And you
and
have
shop.
a variety of artisans' products that they bring, and they are for sale. It's not
all
just for
right.
show.
It's all for sale. There's woodworkers, there's metal workers, there's glass workers, there's weavers, there's painters. It's all
Jewelry.
across the board. Potters, any number of actually all the things that you might expect. It's all going to be there. Fine furniture, craft quality furniture. It's very interesting.
And you can also see some of them in action. They're actually making on-site.
I believe we have 2 demonstrators. Alf Sharp, I think he's either doing some turning or he'll be doing carving. He's a really, high
Yes.
quality, spectacular furniture maker. And I think I have a friend who's going to become throwing pots, nonstop for a couple of days. We'll see what, I own some very large pieces by him, so we'll see what he works on.
Now, Alf Sharp made the desk that was in Governor Bredesen's office, and
It was beautiful.
there's, when you went to tour the Capitol, if you were from Cannon County, you wanted to go in and see the governor's desk, because we know who made that, and he did do a good job. It was
Absolutely.
wonderful.
We took a group of our seniors down there, and we got to go in and meet with them and have pictures and everything. And so as we were there, of course, everybody was going, that came from our place.
We know where that came
from. So very, very proud of him and great artist. So
We have
He's talented.
a
There's
lot of furniture makers in our area, along with other types, pottery, people who make pottery and wrought iron pieces and everything. It's amazing, and also there's a lot of these that are on display and for sale in the Art Center, right?
Yes, there's probably 40 regular, crafters selling work at the Art Center. We've got a big sale going on right now. We're trying to clear out some older items, so some things are 40 and 50% off. And then there'll be new things coming in after White Oak. People restock our inventory then, and then
Wow, 50% off, this is the time.
there's some very interesting art that's 50% off. Jewelry and sculpture both.
Well, this, I know that the artists come in, put their items for jewelry,
Yes.
for judging, and then ribbons or awards are given out in different categories.
There's various categories for best of show, and I'm not even sure how many categories there are this year. Usually it's 8 or 12 different categories for different media.
And so this is an opportunity you can actually get to talk to the artist, come around, look at their items, actually talk with them about their skills and different types of things, and you're kind of one-on-one. It's not the salesperson.
No, it's definitely a meet and greet, 2-day experience. People will wander around. Some people come back the second day. It always tends to be that, whatever's left on the second day, maybe you'll get a better deal.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it may not be there.
It may not be there.
It may have gone home the first day.
I've experienced that a few times, let me just tell you. I saw it on Saturday and I thought, well, I'm working on Sunday, parking cars or whatever, I'll come back, and it's gone.
It was gone.
Gone. And I have a few friends that have actually had their supplies and stuff that are displayed, pottery, love the pottery.
We'll have anywhere from 4,000 to 7,000 people visiting the Art Center on the 14th and 15th. It's sort of a non-stop experience.
I work parking too, and he's right. Believe me, he's right. And and we're even gonna share that day because the people that go to the farmer's market on Saturday morning, don't be discouraged. It's going to be there. It's just going to be this one Saturday at the end of the parking lot, right? Because they have their new structure now.
Right. The Art Center, the craft show actually incorporates the use of the new pavilion, the Farmers Market Pavilion. So this one day a year, the understanding is that they will still be selling, but they'll just be selling at one end of the parking lot.
Yeah.
So do come get your
So you
vegetables.
get your fruit and vegetables and then go pick up some items that's for...
And they get a fruit bowl. Yes. you can do everything you need.
Get a bowl.
Yeah, go get a bowl and fill it up. That's how that works.
Well, it's always a fun event. Some magnificent quality items that are, when I go
There
through, I
really
think
is.
of all the different things that I've bought in the past. They've just been really nice items.
What I like seeing is we ask every artist to pick their favorite piece or whatever they think the best piece is, and so we'll have the best piece from 75 people inside the Art Center sort of laid out. So it's a very different perspective than actually seeing everything outside. So come inside the building, see how they judge themselves, and look at that kind of quality as well.
And it will be an outside event. It will be down on the East Fork, Stones River, around the bank of the river there. Weather's supposed to be nice. And if it's been like the last couple of days, that'll be just great. But we have people that come, not only the crafters, but also, not only the people that come to buy the crafts, but we have crafters that come in. Yesterday, there was a gentleman that visited from Cherokee, and he had Indian...
In from North Carolina. We're hoping he'll be in next year's show. His work is spectacular. He's a stone carver. But we have folks coming in from Ohio, we have folks coming in from Kentucky to exhibit, and then we'll have shoppers coming in, maybe not from Ohio, but certainly, all across Tennessee.
Hey, we can tell you that a lot of the cars that come in to that are from out of state. We're standing there at the gate, we know, don't
We know, we do. It's a little warm out there on the pavement.
But luckily, they don't keep us out there.
That's
very
what's
long.
wearing those other hats that we wear. Is people are going, do they park cars too? Yes, we do park cars. We're multi-talented. That'll be our Lions Club hat that we'll have on that
Yes,
day. And
yes,
out
it
there, kind of helping folks out and getting everybody placed into the fields and down to the shop.
Because if you are handicapped, y'all try to help them, don't you?
Yes, we certainly move cars, or we'll get your car to where you need to be.
Where
And
you
the building
can get
itself
in
is all
and out.
wheelchair accessible. The pavilion that's now being used for crafters also is wheelchair accessible, so people will get around better than they have in the past.
And the Blue Porch will be open, so it's an all-day event. You can come shop and get hungry and eat, and then go shop again.
And keep doing it.
Over and
Keep
over
doing
and
it.
over and over.
Yes.
And then you also have some food vendors that are involved
I
in
think there's
that.
5 food vendors this year. Folks, customers like to see certain people come back and they like their food, so those
No, the
folks will
kettle
bet.
corn person.
The
is
kettle
all.
corn person will be
Yeah.
there.
See, I remember the
There's
kettle corn
demand for
person.
kettle corn.
Yes, so
Well,
understand.
we also have some great plays and music events at the Art Center, and you've got one coming up.
Yes, what did we just finish? We just finished, Elvis has left the building, and we've got, 4 months left of the year, and we've got more than a show per month coming up. So Mornings at 7 is sort of a serious comedy kind of Golden Girls piece. It's a small cast with lots of lines and lots of laughs. And then we'll jump up to Sweeney Todd, which is a big, grand musical. James and the Giant Peach is also coming in between those two. Then we jump to Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Coat in November, and then we go to the Christmas Dinner Theater. So we're taking reservations for all those shows. Christmas Dinner Theater, you probably want to make a reservation sooner rather than later, so you can.
They sell out,
Hopefully
because
we
that
sell
is
out and-
just what it is, dinner and a show.
And
They
it's
can
very-
all be dinner and a show though, because the Blue Porch is always open.
Yeah, and there's always a
During the
10%
plays.
discount if you make reservations ahead of time for dinner at the Blue Porch. So yeah, we have lots of shows coming up, and then there's extra concerts that I'm not even going to mention right now. in
And so,
between.
when do you introduce for your next season?
In October.
In
I think
October.
it's finalized. I think maybe there you have a little bit of not issues, there's paperwork to deal with
Oh,
the
yes.
royalties. And then I'd say early October we'll be announcing the 2014 season, and we'll be putting season tickets on sale.
See, I always try to encourage that, because I hint quite often that I'd like to have season tickets for my Christmas present or
Hey, there you
whatever
go.
present. So
That's a good Christmas present.
I don't know the final price on season tickets, but it's a deal. I mean,
It is true.
the whole season is the price of maybe one ticket at TPAC for one show for one person. So it's really quite a bargain. And we stay open selling tickets. I mean, most of our revenue comes to that building selling tickets one by one. Yeah, that's how we keep the lights on and keep doing what we do.
and that's very important.
And you've been doing a lot of work down there too, haven't you?
Painting, cleaning, thinking, sorting, selling. Yes, we're going through the closets.
The grinding, we're doing everything down
running
there.
through lots of interesting history, and remembering where we've come to get where we are. I mean, there's still storage in the building next door where we are today. There's always extra set pieces, and our backstage area is enormous, and it's just a nonstop workroom, and there's lots of flats and props. It's a very interesting building. There's so much going on all the time.
Well, I will have to say, I
Really
honestly
is.
can remember when I was in high school and we get extra credit to go next door in the basement of the old gym and to see the plays. You would go through the red door, and the red door is still right outside my window in my office. So I'm constantly kind of
Take
reminded of that.
my word for it, it was not as nice as the
No,
Art
it was
Center.
not, but I mean, that is humble beginnings, very humble beginnings.
It was
to what
just
we
an
have.
idea that a few people had, and it's grown into really one of the best facilities in all of Tennessee that does what it does. Our range of what we do show-wise, as well as having the restaurant and the museum space, and always having a gallery and a craft shop going all at the same time. Really, nobody else does that.
And the chamber office has moved to the Art Center.
And now we have Carolyn in
Right.
the building.
And
I
she's
am
not
aware.
letting the
They may be sorry on account of that, but no, it'll take some getting used to for them and me too, probably. But I kind of enjoy it. I was surprised at the amount of people that do wander around on a daily basis. I was used to being in an office where I was by myself, other than when someone came in.
So you were talking
so-
to yourself and nobody else was here, and now when you talk to yourself in the office,
But I had
people
some
think you're a little
good,
off.
I had some good answers. I was just telling you.
Well, I think it'll be a good partnership. I think that's a great place for you to be there, and we have a lot of folks that come through and
Yeah,
see.
it's a great welcome center, and people stop in historically, to get information about the town. Now we can, have better answers for it.
I have a map if I can find it.
Well, you're getting unpacked. We'll give you a couple of days. You're getting unpacked, so we'll get you unpacked and settled in and ready to go.
No, moving. Oh, wow. Moving's terrible.
You survived.
Oh, just barely. I've aged. I know I have. This 1 week, Neil, I know I have. But anyway, I am glad to be there, and the Art Center is a great place, and I would advise anyone that comes to Cannon County to visit it on any given day, except Monday. And we have kind of rearranged the hours
I'm very excited that we are all working in that building on the same days now. So the restaurant, the Chamber, and the Art Center are all open Tuesday through Friday, and then Saturday is also for the restaurant and for the Art Center. So 10 to 4 we're there, and longer hours for the restaurant, of course.
And longer hours for the chamber. I'll be there at 8.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well, glad to hear it. Don't forget, 14th and 15th, head on down for the White Oak. It is 24 years, 24th year. So come out, lots of special things on sale. See the crafters. This is the best of the best. So we really do invite you to come out and see
This
that.
isn't your typical craft show. It isn't. And people that come to it from out of state, they know that.
Yeah.
They know that
They come
they're-
prepared to buy gifts.
Right.
I mean, they're like, this is where I come to get my gifts for the entire year, to have something neat and unique to
and
give.
one
to
of a
friends.
kind. This is the place. So.
Well,
come
thank you,
on down.
Neil.
Thank
You know, put all those different hats.
We
back on.
appreciate all you do.
all kind of nonstop. I did want to mention about the Reedyville Mill. If you
Oh, yes, please do.
if you were a frequent breakfaster at the mill, they took the summer off, and they're back on. They're this coming Saturday. They reopen for breakfast.
Oh, yes.
And that will be from 9 to 1.
9 to 1 o'clock. Yes, the menu is mostly the same, except they've added eggs. Apparently, everybody wanted eggs.
Yes, that
So-
was right. Actually, I took my husband, and so we went, and we had a wonderful breakfast, but his whole comment the entire time after we left was, they didn't have eggs. Can you believe they didn't have eggs? It's a southern thing.
Eggs to go with the bacon, sausage, gravy, and all their pancakes and corn cakes. So eggs are there.
I don't really know what Tom Brady had against eggs, but when they first opened it, when he first talked about having breakfast there, he was just adamant they weren't having eggs. He wasn't having an egg in the place. And I thought, okay, it's your restaurant. If you don't want eggs, you don't have to have eggs.
But the people have spoken.
I know.
Eggs were demanded.
And they're there.
And they're there. Eggs are on.
So this Saturday,
Chickens were
September
upset.
7th.
so every Saturday at those times. So
Yes, I
it'll be
think they
great.
want to expand for into additional days of the week, but right now it's just Saturdays, so please go eat. It's delicious.
They still have live music. It's still a
Yes.
wonderful, wonderful experience. So
It is. It's
Good.
nice too. And the mill is located in Readable, still in Cannon County,
Just-
but it's
just-
in Readable.
Our side.
on our side, exactly.
We claim it.
it.
We claim it. It's ours.
It's ours. Absolutely.
Whether it wants to be or not, it is.
Well, thank you for sharing that. We definitely had that on our list of items today.
Right.
So yeah, good.
We don't
Thanks.
miss much.
I don't think you do. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Good
Thank
luck.
you. Well, Mindy, do you feel like a redheaded stepchild over there?
I'm good. She's taking notes. I've got to be here and here on a certain day. So.
Sorry.
But now, what is going on over at the First Bank?
Well, we're fixing to have the mammogram bus come back for the second time
Oh,
this
yes.
year. The first time we had it was earlier this year, I think in March, and we had about 16 ladies to come that we helped. So we're having it back again.
Is this part of the Susan G. Komen, or is this separate from that?
It's through St. Thomas, and they got it together, to have a mobile mammogram bus go around to rural areas, so it doesn't go to everywhere in Tennessee. It's just the Tennessee mobile mammogram bus, but Cannon County is one of the areas that qualifies for them to come visit. So they will be.
This is great because a lot of women won't go.
Right.
If they have to go to another town or anything, they just won't go.
You don't have to drive far. It's very private. The bus is nice. We got to tour it last time. You come in and there's 2 ladies that work the bus and they take your information, and it's very private. No one else is in the bus with you while you're doing that. You can wait outside.
It does have
Refreshments.
curtains.
Yes, it has curtains, but they've got separate rooms that they do the test after, they get your information. Nobody's turned away, so, unless something is, you don't meet the criteria that day or something.
And we hear so much about breast cancer anymore. It seems like every 4 out of 10 people you hear about this. I mean, even in this small community, you just think about all of the people that we know, that we've been friends with, that have been diagnosed with this, and it's tremendous.
In earlier ages, you know, at one point
Younger.
you always thought that, it was a certain age group, whatever, but you're hearing of young folks in their 20s and 30s that are having it, and it's, serious life issues just kind of thrown at you when it's like that. So I know that we've done several Susan G. Komen grants, and it's really hard. Folks come up with every kind of excuse to not do this. And so you're coming, not only you're going to be at the bank, they can go in and get their banking done.
Yeah. Make a
It's
deposit.
going to be there October 2nd, so it's going to be right in the busy time of everybody getting their checks and everything in between the 1st and the 3rd. So it's on a Wednesday from 9 to 4.
And it won't take you that long.
No.
It really doesn't.
It's maybe 30 minutes or something like that,
Tops.
Yeah. But
Well, that's a very neat thing that you've partnered up to do that. You don't think about banking and having that done, but that's. But convenience is the biggest thing now.
That's called full service.
That is full service banking. But you don't think, folks really truly do try to find things that they can multitask in their day, where they can get things done. And so I think that'll be something
Well,
very
if
good.
you're in business, you want community involvement, so you do whatever it takes.
you do.
Good, healthy community partner. There you go.
That's it.
And nobody has ever asked them to come to Cannon County before, so they were thrilled when we asked them to come.
Oh, good.
And I know other First Bank branches have done it across Tennessee, and it's just, so it has really reached a lot of people that might not have went and got this done,
Right.
A great
Makes you-
program.
It's kind of like when the Lions Club goes to the schools and tests sight and hearing for children. And there have been children that didn't even, their parents didn't even know they were having a problem
Right.
with their sight or their hearing until they found out that way. And some of the cases have been quite serious, and they could refer them on and get help for them. There's several kids in Cannon County that have benefited from that. So, you don't know, you may not be feeling anything. And sometimes if you wait till you feel something, you've waited too late. So it doesn't hurt to have it checked.
Breast cancer is one of those, definitely the earlier that you detect
Right.
and find the treatments out there are so much a higher rate of risk of being, cured. And
And if they do find something, they send a note to your doctor, because you have to give them your doctor's information. Then your doctor would refer you back in to come for a follow-up. So.
Okay. Well, that is a wonderful thing that y'all are doing, and I'm glad that you've partnered up and they've actually offered to come here. So we'll try to get the word out as much as possible to folks. Really good. Now, other banking business, anything going on? Any
Free money.
free money?
I
Yeah,
am
we
giving
want to
away
know free money.
I'm giving away some free money. For
Okay.
those of you existing customers, if you refer a friend to First Bank and they come open an account, you will get $25 and they will get $25.
All right.
So
That is
free
free
money
money.
for both of you.
It is free money.
That is free money.
So, and we've got free accounts. We've got some that pay you interest with you just using your debit card, going online, simple little things that we do anyways on a day-to-day.
And what other services besides just your regular banking do y'all offer there at First Bank?
We've got checking, savings, money market. We've got IRAs. If someone has retired from a job or quit a job and they need to roll over their 401k, we can move that over to the bank. That way it's local. We do loans. If you're looking for a vehicle, just needing a
Home improvement.
home improvement loan. We do have loans, if you're buying a house, it's a smaller amount. We do in-house loans there without them going through the secondary market and getting sold and everything. It would stay here with us.
Okay.
But
There are
if you want
limits.
to buy a camper, go on vacation, anything.
I'd like to go on vacation, but not in a camper.
That's not for you.
You're gonna have to get me a condo
On the beach.
that looks over the beach.
Overlooking the beach. Well, that's good to know that y'all are there and right on the corner. Can't miss you. You got-
Across from McDonald's, everybody knows where that is.
And your hours are
Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4, and then 8 to 6 on Fridays.
And we do have a drive-through, so.
We do have a drive-through. Yes. And we have popcorn on Fridays.
Yes,
Yes,
we
they
have a
do.
lot, we have some folks come in with their popcorns
They
on
love the
Friday.
popcorn.
Keeps you busy on Friday.
It's the smell, I know what it is. Anywhere you go where
You
they're
can
popping
smell it outside.
popcorn,
Yeah, they know, they
get your
know.
attention. They probably come in there and say, you know what? I'm gonna open an account here one day. You got any popcorn?
I'm sure she's had that before. I'm sure she's had that before. But no, but
Well-
October 2nd is the mobile mammogram,
Yes. On a Wednesday, it's
And-
9 to 4.
9 to 4. So we'll definitely spread that word out to folks that that's happening. So if you want to partake in that, and thank you for partnering up with that. That's very important for the community.
It
so.
is, the more, the
And I think that's happening
opportunities,
more.
the better.
More with different groups, partnering
Right.
up and doing different things, and having an
It
overall.
excites us to see people come,
Yeah.
because it's there to help people. We want everybody to come, so just, you could be saving somebody's mother, sister,
Right.
daughter,
Absolutely.
it just takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, 30 minutes, telling you.
Don't have any excuses. Go,
No, you
go
don't.
and get it done. Whether you come on October 2nd or you find another place that's going on, we encourage all women out there to get that checked quickly.
Take that is a good opportunity, and you need to take advantage of all those opportunities when they're offered, because bigger places, not so much. And because we are rural, a lot of times we have opportunities that bigger counties don't have because we are rural. So take advantage of those.
Well, one of the things we talked about, I think, on our last session was a new, I won't say restaurant, but more of a ice cream shop that was opening up very soon here in town. Scoops has a grand opening. I think they have scheduled with you.
They've scheduled the grand opening for next Thursday, which will be the 12th?
12th.
But they're not going to be open for business until the 14th. And of course, as far as I know right now, the lady that owns it was supposed to be with us today. I don't know if it's just strictly ice cream or what other products they will have in there. But I know they have worked on it hard. They have actually stripped the building and redone everything in there. And it's right next door to Joe's Restaurant, right on the square of Woodbury. It's on the Tatum Street side, and you won't be able to miss it. It has a sign out there,
I
but
noticed the sign as I was driving through. They've got the sign up, ready to go. Scoops.
I'm
I think it's a very
anxious to see.
cute name for their
it
store.
is, it is, because that's
And
what
so
they're gonna be doing, scooping
Stephanie,
ice cream.
yeah, and then we hope they scoop a lot of ice cream.
I hope so too. And like I say, there may be some baked items that go with this. I'm really not sure of all the products, but certainly if you're listening and you like the hand-dipped ice cream, this is what you're gonna get right there. And who knows what else, it'll be a surprise. But their grand opening is on Thursday the 12th at 10 a.m. and then they're open for business on Saturday the 14th.
We'll have to go by.
Yeah.
I
The
think
only
so.
thing is, I can't eat ice cream.
I'm sure she'll have
Maybe
some
she'll
sugar free.
have some sugar free, you think?
I'm hoping so. Because me and you are gonna have to go. We'll have to
Well,
get some ice cream.
you don't want me to act
And I don't want you to be left out, so
You
hopefully,
don't want me sitting there acting pitiful.
hopefully they'll have some for you, just for you.
I'm sure they will.
And so we have a couple of things that we know that are coming up. The Rescue Squad here in Cannon County will be hosting their big poker run. Now this is something that has been going on several years now.
7 years.
I noticed some of the signs that were up, and so this is going to be on the 14th, Saturday, the 14th.
And it starts on the square, and of course, people that ride motorcycles,
Absolutely love these type of things.
they do, and we have a lot of motorcycle traffic in Cannon County.
We do.
I think it's because we have a lot of scenic attractions, and actually, for the ones that want to stay on nice roads, we have those. We also have some that aren't so nice, if you know. If you want to get off of those nice roads, we have a few of those available.
And very scenic.
so-
I mean, it's if you're
Oh, it's
riding a motorcycle,
gorgeous,
you've got a
just gorgeous.
gorgeous view coming into town and all over, especially if you ride up through the Short Mountain area.
Yeah,
over
and they
through
go to the,
Auburn Town area, so they've got a great place to ride, nice highways and very beautiful setting. And so they come into town and they can actually come in town, go get them some ice cream, get them something to lunch, kind of enjoy themselves. But we see a lot of motorcycle traffic here
we
in
do,
our area.
we do.
And so for a lot of those folks that are doing the Polka Run, perfect thing to come in and have a little fun.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's where they pick different areas for you to ride to, and you
Draw
pick
a
up
card.
a card at each one, and then whenever you get back, the one with the best hand wins.
Absolutely. Have you ever played that? Have you ever played?
No,
No.
I haven't ever been on a poker run.
Never. Well, I won't say I've ever been on a poker run, but we did a version of the poker run last year at our conference. We had, if you were at the conference, if you went around to a certain vendor, you would draw a card and you would be able to make a hand.
No, that could work for anything, couldn't
It could. It did. And it was called a poker run, and we actually had one of our seniors that had a Harley that he had it on display. And so when we had the winning hand person, they actually got to go outside and have a picture by the motorcycle. She thought she'd won the motorcycle.
Oh,
We had to break it to her that she didn't win the motorcycle.
think
She
that-
won a different prize, but I will say we got her on the motorcycle. It took 3 of us to get her. She had so much fun though. But it's something that you can do, and it's
No.
definitely something that's fun for folks.
that would be my luck. If we not know how am I going to get this thing home?
Get tied to the roof behind the car. But no, the poker run. This is for the Cannon County Rescue Squad, and please.
It's a fundraiser. for them,
Fundraiser
and
for
they
them.
do a lot of good. When you have an accident or anything happens,
You want them there.
they're going
and
to be
get you-
probably one of the first ones called. So.
Yeah, so go out and support our local Cannon County Rescue Squad.
That's right. Wednesday, September 11th. Of course, that's 9/11, and then probably most people remember where they were on 9/11/2001. That's when the towers came down. Act of terrorism that won't be forgotten, and that's exactly what they don't want you to forget. So the American Legion Post 279 in Cannon County is holding a commemoration day in honor of that, or I shouldn't say honor, but to commemorate that day. It's called Patriot Day, and they will have a ceremony in front of the courthouse on the square beginning at 11 o'clock. It won't last that long. There'll be some speakers. We want everybody to come out and just show that we haven't forgotten what happened, and we hope that that never repeats itself. So a lot of people died for no reason at all.
I think folks look for something to do on that day. They want to find some way to take a moment and to remember. And this is a way that here in Cannon County that we're going to be remembering on that day. And so if you want to come out, definitely the American Legion invites you to come to the square. You might want to bring a chair.
Like I say, it's not going to be an all-day event,
No, no.
but just more or less a commemoration ceremony.
And so it starts at 11 a.m. So we invite you to come to that and take a moment. If you don't get to come to this event, we encourage all Americans to take a moment on that day and
That's
just
right.
truly understand that we're not loved all over the world, and people do try to attack us. But we're a very strong country.
It is, and that's such a wasteful effort of anything. For something like that to happen, but most people remember what they were doing on that day, because that's one of the most tragic things that's happened in my lifetime that I remember.
I still, my kids were very small, young, and there's some displays all I guess in New York that of children's drawings of the days after and things like that, and I think about that because I go out into my garage, and I guess 2 days after that had happened, my son had drew a picture of course 2 towers, and they're on fire, and and he's got God Bless America on it. And
You ought to keep that, girl.
I do. It's up there, and every time I go into the garage, I see that, and I truly think about the children that's, you know, seeing that and have experienced that.
Oh, that didn't get over. I mean, that, the ones, oh, you just don't get over something like that. I mean, we seen it on, I remember watching it on TV, actually as it happened. And it was like you were watching a movie, you know, like one of those movies that they come out with. It was hard to believe that that was really happening, you know.
I was homesick. I had a strep throat and was homesick that morning, and my husband was actually in the air in planes on that day, so we were really terrified. And so I know a lot of people have their own story, and we're just proud that America does what it does when we're out there for freedom. And for these folks on that day, September 11th, take a moment. If you want to take a moment with us, we encourage you to come out and do that. So.
That's right, because there's many people that live through that, believe me, they think about it every day. So it doesn't hurt us one day a year to think about it, I don't believe.
So what we have, of course, the Chamber is working on a lot of things. This is our busy month.
Yeah.
September is our busy month for the Chamber. We do our one, I guess the biggest event that we do all year long is towards the end of this month. It is our one-day Color of Fall car show, which is fabulous. I have to say, you do a good job, Carolyn.
Well, I don't do this alone, Bonnie.
Well, I know, there's no event that's out there that folks, but Carolyn is kind of our center. Keeps us all going in the right direction on this, but this will be a one-day event. Cars are welcome, folks are invited.
Trucks are welcome.
Yes, we have, last year was a little over 100.
I think we had I want to say we had 130 last year. I'm really, if the weather's good and if our cruise-ins are any evidence of how good your car show will be, I'm hoping that this will be a really big one because we would like to have one. And, you know, we want you to we give out 65 trophies and 7 cash awards. Now, that's a lot of trophies and a lot of cash awards. We have a lot of fun during the day. We have a DJ that has taped music. We have a 50-50. We have trivia contests, prizes for door prizes when you come in. We have goodie bags and dash plaques for the first 100. And we not only need cars and trucks, we need spectators. These people come because they want to show off their vehicle. And believe me, we have thousands of dollars involved in these cars.
It's wonderful to walk around and see how much work folks have put into these vehicles, from the chrome to the engines and different things.
Everything.
Folks,
Graphics.
The graphics on the vehicles. I mean, it's amazing that you walk around, and we always try to get down and come by, and you look at that car and you go, I remember
Those were family cars when I was
They were family. A lot of them were family cars, and they've took them and just went to the next level. In fact, a couple of years ago, the year my daughter was getting married, we were walking around, and they had come down with us to look around, and she kept going, that car right over there, I would love to have at my wedding, because they were having a vintage wedding. And so we just walked over and asked, and they were like, well, sure, if you'll feed us. And so that couple came down and they brought their car, and then we had pictures with it and everything. But, you know, it's a great community event. It's free. I mean, you can come in, walk in off the street, park. It'll take you a while to come around and look at all the vehicles.
The vehicles, that is a car show, so there is a registration fee for the cars, but not the spectators, right? The ones that are being judged and may win a trophy.
The only thing I have to say about this, Carolyn, it always makes my husband want to come home and get him a car to redo.
I know it is catching, isn't it?
It does catch. I mean, he comes home and there's a Mustang or there's something there. Oh, I could do that, because he is a big mechanic. And so I think that's one of the things that a lot of folks tend, when they come, they go home and think, oh, I can do this.
You know, it's kind of like anymore. You used to be able to find that vet that had been locked away in a garage for 30 years. and it still was looking good and everything. Not so much anymore. And where the grandmother or the mother was wanting to sell it for $500, you know,
Get it out of the
you
way.
don't find that much anymore. So depending on what kind of car you have, they're getting more difficult to find as time goes on. And I guess what I'm afraid of is you had cars back then, ooh, I'll probably get in trouble for this. You had cars back then that were different. They had a lot of style in the 50s, 60s, 70s. Today the cars are similar in so many ways that I always wonder which one's going to stand out. Which ones are you going to show in
In the future.
30 years,
Yeah.
20 years?
Well,
know?
you think about the fins on some of the cars, they
Oh,
would get
yeah.
very elaborate with that, and the hood ornaments,
A
different
lot of
types
chrome.
lot
You
of
don't
chrome.
see chrome on anything
And you know,
anymore.
just the detailing in the seating, you know, in the leather and different
Right.
things that were inside the vehicle. No, they didn't have the up-to-date CD players and all that,
No,
but
they didn't.
they had, you know, it's kind of the state
Like
of
I
art.
say, a lot of style, and there was different. You could look at a car going down the road and say, well, that was a 55 Chevy, or, you know, that was a
Instant.
56 Ford, or something like that. Today, they go down, and I thought, I have no idea what that was.
What was the name of that car? In fact, I saw one yesterday and I thought, there's another car made just like that. And that, it's very true. But of course, one of the things, this is a walk down memory lane for a lot of folks on
It
this
is.
weekend, because
It
you
is.
can go through from trucks to cars, a little bit of course, we have the vets that usually are there. We have the Mustangs. I know that they like Mustang Row over there.
Yeah, I know, they do. We have a lot of Mustangs, a lot of Chevy. We had some last year of everything. There was every make and model, and then there were some really unique items, like the guy that had an engine, and he had 57 Chevy fins on it, and this little front end, but you sat on the engine. Actually, what it was just a motor.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I says, does that thing run? And he goes, yeah. And I says, ride it around. And he goes, you want me to ride it around? And I says, yeah, ride it around
want to
there.
see.
I thought, this is different. I like this.
Well, I know one year we were here and there was a VW van,
Yeah.
and they had, you know, the surfboards on top, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, that's my kind of vehicle right there. I could see that having some fun in that. So that was definitely different types of things that you can see. So we encourage you to come out. Now that is on September.
September 28th, and we do have a rain date for that because this is one of those events that you can't just let it go.
No.
Good heavens, I got 65 trophies. You know, I have no place to keep those, so I want to give them away.
Bud will really drive you crazy if you have to find somewhere to store them.
Yes, he will. The rain date will be October 5th, and I'm hoping we don't have to use that, believe me. But we do have a brochure that will be coming out shortly. I'm expecting a mini day. That was last year's winner. His name was, turn that around. Yeah, Donnie and Leela King. They were out of Lebanon. And their pickup won Best of Show.
Beautiful
last year.
vehicle.
So, oh, it was.
I think this was one of the vehicles we walked around and we went, that's nice.
It was
That was
original
nice.
as it could. I mean, that truck looked like it came, well, it probably looked better than when it came off of the showroom.
Well, this is a very nice display. This actually shows all the classes, the sponsors. Of course, you can't put on an event like this without having
Oh, I gotta have sponsors.
sponsors for this. This is the Chamber's biggest fundraiser for the year. This helps us to promote the things going on in the community. So if you have a vehicle, we encourage you to enter. And then if you don't have a vehicle, come out.
We want you to come
Sometimes
look
a
at
lot of
them
these
anyway.
folks that, you know, I've seen for sale signs in a few of these
Oh,
vehicles
they do.
before. And you know, they may be fixing up, they may want to sell this one so they can start a new one.
Well, they do that too, but then some of them are so proud of these vehicles.
Yeah, yeah.
They are
They are
very proud of
showpieces,
them.
very good showpieces, but we do invite you to come out. It's definitely a fun day. Not only is going on that day, do we have our 5K blast,
We do, but that's at a different date. The 5K blast, which is a run walk, we're not going to have the Colors of Fall 5K this year because the Blast had scheduled theirs, and it's only a week from the one that we would have been having, so I canceled ours because a week apart isn't going to help either one of us. So Saturday, September 21st, the Cannon Blast, which is a run walk sponsored by Cannon County Youth Dream, and that will begin and end at the Art Center. You'll get a t-shirt if you're the first 100 to sign up for this. You can sign up the day of the race or the run, and they are starting at 7:30 in the morning.
7:30,
So
and this
be
is
there
a
a little early.
this is a timed event, so that might be important to some of our runners there. That it is a timed event. Now, for me, I don't want you to know the time when I start and when I finish. But if you are a serious runner, this is your thing. This is an event, Cannon Blast. They've had this several years.
They have.
They've had this going on, and so we encourage you to come out. Beautiful scenery. Where their route for this is
I'm
very
not
nice.
sure what their route is going to be
Well,
this year, but
Well, they go up the highway, go over back on the old Murfreesboro Road, and come back around. So, and the bridge is finished, so they can come back across.
you don't have to jump across a river.
I told them, I said, well, it would be more like a triathlon or something if they had to swing across the river.
Hey, listen, I've heard them where they run through mud holes, and the more extreme you make it, the better they like it.
Well, I have a couple of friends that run, and one of their favorite, they have two favorites that they go to. One is the Krispy Kreme run, and I said, you're a runner, what are you doing with Krispy Kreme? She said, literally, we run to halfway, you have to eat Krispy Kremes, and then you have to run back. I said,
well, I would be
pitching the Krispy Kremes up before I got halfway back. And she said that's one of her favorite ones that they do. It's so much fun. And the other one is the pajama race. And so everybody shows up in their pajamas. She said, literally, you get up in the morning, you put your shoes on, you go out and run. And she said those are her two favorite runs, is pajama race and
How come
Krispy
I'm
Kreme.
trying to picture people in baby doll pajamas or something?
Well, I'm sure there was probably a few to show up, but I'm sure there were a few that showed up at that. Some folks do always show up inappropriate.
They do.
They do.
And also one other big event this month, and I'm going to let you have it, Connie, is the Pigging Around event,
Oh, yes.
which is also with the American Legion. It's going to be the same day as the car show. This is a barbecue competition, and for some years they've worked toward getting the Kansas City Barbecue Society here. They're coming this year. They will let other people join in to compete in this. They're also going to have barbecue for sale, and they're going to have a kids barbecue where they're going to barbecue hot dogs.
You're going to
or
learn how to
something.
do this. This is an art for these folks. A lot of
It
folks, these Kansas City barbecue contests, I mean, folks go from city to
from
city to do and
state
compete
to
for
state
this.
for this. So
Because
yes.
they get points, if I'm not wrong.
It's
they get
kinda like the
points.
rodeo.
It is kind of like the rodeo that we're talking. They get points at different places. And of course, you want to have the best barbecue around, whether it's barbecue butt or chicken. I think they have some different categories. Very good,
And
very
they,
fun.
They compete for prizes.
It's serious.
Yes,
We're
it is.
talking
They
serious.
do take it serious. Yes.
You want to have, they keep the recipes secret type thing. And so that's coming up, and that is on the 27th and the 28th. It will be at the fairgrounds.
Yes.
It will be at the fairgrounds, so definitely.
And they actually start on Friday night, but Saturday will be the day that they'll be
You
doing
go
the
around.
competition. But there will be some barbecue there for sale, and they're expecting to have craft booths, and they would like to have the community. So, you've got two events not too far away from each other, the car show and the Pigging Around. So, you can always eat and come to the car show, or go to the car show and then go eat. It's okay. It's either one. As long as you make both of them, it's fine.
You'll have plenty to do
It
that
is.
day. Plenty to
Connie,
do.
what's happening?
Well-
I've left you no time.
Well, I will tell you, one of the things that I have to tell you is that September is National Senior Center Month. So across the United States, it is a time to sit and look at the senior centers that are out there, some of the best of the best. And so this year our theme is senior centers are experts at living well. And so quite a few, some kind of fun facts or facts out there about senior centers across the United States, whether they're here in Cannon County or they're in California or Oregon. One of the things that you need to know about, the folks that attend senior centers are more informed, overall more healthy, more socially active than any other folks in that age group. So senior centers do keep folks well. They offer a lot of evidence-based programming in your fitness and health. And so we definitely are doing that here. Of course, we want to remind folks to go out and visit your senior center during this month. They've got lots of things going on, new activities, introducing new programs all throughout the month of September. And so I would be a bad senior center director if I didn't invite everybody to attend your local senior center during the month of September. Go by and ask for a tour. You may not be a member yet. Most of them do not have membership fees, some do. But they are very good programs. They are the focal point of the communities on producing aging programs all over the United States.
And I can say that Connie and her staff, I would put this Senior Citizen Center up against any in the nation. And I would, because she has programs, she keeps the people that come here busy all the time.
We just had Dr. Ming Wang was here for a program, and that was very exciting for us. You know, you see him on the commercials and you talk about all of the fascinating things that he is doing, the life-changing things that he's doing and working with eyes, cataracts, and lasers. He actually came just last week and did a program here. We had about 75 plus talking about the newest and the latest technology on working with eye issues. It was amazing, the things that they're doing with lasers, the things that they are, you know, having the eye to heal itself. Some patents that he has and that are out there. So that are some of the fascinating things that we do here at our center, and I'm sure that there's other centers that do things, but it was a very good day, and that's just one of the programs that we presented here recently that I really have to say to our staff, thank you to getting those folks into our community and bringing that type of information to our small town.
Hey, we have information about every aspect of life that you give to them here.
It's an amazing thing. You know, folks want to learn. You know, folks are always wanting to learn about new facts and everything, and that's what we really try to do that, you know, here within our facility. And I see that here in our community, you know, just like with Mindy that was here earlier with the project that she has. You know, with Neil being here earlier about talking about the finest of arts that are out there from all over the U.S., that folks that come in. We have a little bit of a jewel here in Cannon County.
We really do.
I really, truly believe that. That's why I live here and work here in the community, and there's a lot of folks that do the same thing, so.
I want to say one thing before we have to go.
I know what you're going to say.
I have to say that I went to the show in Smithville that featured our cameraman, Tom Duggan.
Yes.
He was Elvis, and I was impressed beyond belief. That was so good. The stamps were there. They were graded themselves, and then they sang backup for our cameraman, Tom. He was amazing. He doesn't look like Elvis now. Wow.
But he sounds like Elvis.
He sure does. Just close your eyes and you think you're there.
So kudos to him. I know that it was a big event. I know they had at least one sellout show, and the other one had great audience.
I don't know
participation.
how he did 2 shows in one day.
That was a lot of work.
He sang every hard song Elvis ever made. And he did it good. He didn't miss a beat. I was impressed. I was.
Well,
and you may go on the road, and if that happens.
We'll lose another cameraman.
No, I don't, yeah, we will.
We've had
but-
one cameraman that is now working with the Nashville show. He is doing a lot of the filming behind the scenes for the big hit TV show Nashville. And then here we have the other one that is going to become the next Elvis. you know.
Well, if this one goes on the road, somehow I'm gonna get him here. I am. It was a good show, y'all. And they were doing this. They have a new complex out there, a theater, very nice. And you were wanting a curtain, right?
I hope they got enough money to get that accomplished because they did a fabulous job.
They
I've
did.
I've had several folks. Of course, you called me immediately to tell me
I told you,
how
you're
good it
so sorry
was.
because you didn't go.
I was out of town, ended up out of town, and so I got an immediate call saying what I had missed. But to all of those folks, again, here we are supporting and our surrounding counties. But kudos to them for that event.
Hey,
that was a fun thing.
it was good.
Talented.
Yes, he is. Okay, guys, we're out of time. Connie, I'll see you probably tomorrow. And we'll see y'all next month.
Bye.